Hey everyone, Jared here with Polished Palettes, and today I wanted to talk quickly about paint sheen. I've been getting a lot of questions about it, where to use it, what the differences are, and so, um, the most basic way to think of what a paint sheen is just how shiny a paint is. And so, for me, the way that I like to think of it, there's a whole bunch of little like ones that are in between, but kind of the most popular ones are there's flat, low sheen eggshell, eggshell, and then semi-gloss. And so flat being essentially no sheen at all, no shine, semi-gloss being, quite a bit of shine. And that's usually what you're using traditionally, at least on things like doors and baseboards and window frames and stuff of that nature. Traditionally, it used to be eggshells were always walls were always eggshell. Trim was always semi-gloss, ceilings always flat. Still, ceilings always flat. And one of the, pros for a low sheen paint is that it hides imperfections a lot better. So especially on ceilings, you don't want them shining back down on you. You don't want to see any of the imperfections up there. You kind of want them to just like melt away, and that's why a flat paint is really nice. The higher sheen you go, the more washable the paint is. And so, any surface that you touch, so like doors or railings or stuff like that, or even just like high moisture areas. So something like a bathroom that maybe doesn't have the best fan or just has a window in there, that's where you'll want to go up to almost that semi-gloss, type of paint. And then kind of in between that. So there has been a big push recently where people are just liking lower sheen things in general. And so satin, which is really kind of comparable to eggshell if you think about it. A lot of people are now doing trim in that. So you still have that washability, but it doesn't have that like super shiny nature to it. And then a lot of people are going to almost like a flat on their walls as well, or at least wanting that feel. And that's where that low sheen eggshell is kind of that perfect in between. You still get a little bit of washability, but you don't have as much shine to it as kind of that traditional eggshell. And so typically the way that I like to, push people or, just kind of inform them is going for sure flat on ceilings, low sheen eggshell to eggshell on walls, and then satin to semi-gloss on any sort of trim. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully you found that interesting. Follow along for more, and maybe we'll go a little bit more into depth on some of those things.